Mark here. This is another one of my Bulova 23 Joule Selfwinding. This one's from 1956, L6 code on the back, L meaning 50s, M meaning 60s, N meaning 70s. So anyway, 1956. Have several of these. So this is base metal. You can see it was gold plated. Is kind of still gold plated. And the lug to lug on this is 38 millimeters. Lug width is 18. And you can see it's still got that sunburst dial that was so popular with these Bulovas back then. 12 millimeter thickness. You know, I like these watches. They're kind of simple to work on, I guess. They're inexpensive. Well, they used to be. I used to be able to pick up a whole bunch of these for a really good price, which is why I ended up with so many movements. Well, what do I have over here? Actually, I have so there's another one. I don't know where the case is. I don't think this one had a case. I think it was just a movement that I was trying to work on so I could swap out a movement if I absolutely had to. I haven't yet. I do use parts from these, as you will see. Alright, so inside of the Bulova 23 Joule Selfwinding is another 10 BPAC movement. And this is running at 18,000 VPH. As you can see, it's obviously 23 joules. That's what it says on the dial. And this does have 6 adjustments: heat, cold, ichronism, and 3 different positions. Using the old pegwood to push around the rotor here. And I had no intention of working on this watch today. The second hand wasn't turning. And I'm thinking, why is this watch not working? I open it up, the balance wheel swinging back and forth like it should. And since I have so many of these things that I've worked on, so many of them, it immediately in these watches, the third wheel has a long staff that goes up through the top plate, and it connects to a sweep wheel, which then engages a pinion that runs through and is what you set the second hand on. Well, those are usually ending up being problems for one reason or another. Sometimes it causes the second hand to judder a little bit or fall down a little bit. And Omega uses them, Bulova uses them, a lot of companies use them. Bulova used them. Omega used them, all past tense, because anyway, sure enough, the sweep wheel that connects to that wasn't turning, connects to the third wheel, and I found out that the third wheel was broken, or it wasn't as long. It didn't come up as far as it should for that sweep wheel to be friction fitted. I don't know if you have any interest in this shit at all, but I'm going to tell you, I had no intention of working on watches today. The watch did not need servicing. It's running fine, but I took the thing apart, and fortunately, since I have so many of these and I've fixed so many, I bought parts and parts and parts and parts and parts for all sorts of different Bulovas, the 11s, the 10s, you know, different lines. I have 8s. Anyway, I was able to find one that luckily had that third wheel with the staff that was long enough. I put that in there and put it back together. Actually, I swapped out the sweep wheel that was in this one was steel. The other one was brass. Same movements, 10 BPAC. And I just stuck that one in there because I didn't want any problems with the staff of the third wheel. So taking a short story and making it long. But anyway, so there's the inside of that Bulova 23 Joule 10 BPAC movement. Alright, so there it is, that 31 millimeter case, 38 millimeter lug to lug on my 6.5 inch wrist. Seems this one, I don't remember offhand what the dimensions of the other ones I did were, but This is a 10 line movement, so I do have 10 lines and 11 lines of movements sitting around here, so some of them are going to be 10, some of them are going to be 11. But this one does seem to me at least, looking at it now, look a little bit small. The crown is not exactly, obviously not original. I probably just threw that on there, missing the crown, probably just threw that on there just so I could wind it up. So anyway, that is another one of my 23 jewel self-winding Bulova movements from the 1950s. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click like, subscribe. Bye.